Hello everyone. My name is Gautam Ramyam. This is Goods and Services Tax Intelligence Magic, built for Mistral Worldwide Hackathon. It is built for India, customized for India. It is to support small businesses and chartered accountants, and basically anyone who's having an invoice problem at home or in their business. So this product solves three major GST pain points for Indian businesses and chartered accountants. One, input tax credit mismatches. Two, HSN bar SAC coding errors. Three, manual GST R2B reconciliation efforts. So I'll just briefly show the architecture. So the first pipeline is an ingestion pipeline, then we go to extraction, then we use intelligence output, then we have voice and narration, and this is where we embed the 11 labs API used directly for simple understanding for users as well as non-technical people. So this stack is optimized for India's compliance reality today. It has OCR and parsing for image, PDF, and JSON invoice inputs. It is rule aware, reconciliation engine, works towards conciliation with GSTR 2B modules. It is multilingual. It has support for workflows in English, Hindi, and Tamil in voice and text. It is deployed in GCP for reliability and scale. So it's not just a chatbot, it is a GST workflows intelligence engine. So let's go to dashboard and I will show a demo. Let's go for this one. So let me find out. So let's see. Let me find the documents that are pertaining to this. Okay, so let me first upload the baseline JSON. Let me upload, this case I will upload two files, the JSON NL and the CSV file of the GSTR2B set. So I'm uploading these two, then I'm adding the file name fiscal year 2026 baseline. Then I am going to start the reconciliation engine. Once I click on this, the reconciliation engine will start its work. It will take a few seconds. Here you can see the live AI pipeline, which Mistral model we are using. So for OCR we are using Mistral's OCR latest model. Extraction uses the Mistral 8 billion model. The reasoning uses Magistral medium. The report generation uses Mistral large. So once it is done, let me open the file. Okay, once it is done, you can see in total we have processed 400 invoices. Here you can see the severity, invoice number, supplier GST, the issue on this model, the input tax credit at risk, and the suggested actions. This output, you can see this output here. This output gives me total invoices, matched percentages, critical versus warning levels, and total ITC at risk. For a CA, that is for a chartered accountant, this means immediate prioritization. For a small business owner, this means clear financial risk visibility. uh, so you can see the summary, the details, the GST type issues, the suggested action column has all the details. Here you can obviously export this report as a PDF, then have it read or sent somewhere. We also have the intelligence chatbot here, right here. So let's see, let me open it. So here we are having the, it already has the context for the 2026 baseline. So here we have the chatbot. So let me just type in here, what are the top critical issues above 5,000. This is 50,000. So this is directly relevant in this case, because in case there is a bunch of invoices, you need to know which are the top issues above certain threshold. So it gives you from the provided data the top issues. It just lists out the top 5 invoice numbers and their details and mismatches. So it just lists these amounts. So there is no invoice more than 50,000, so it's just listing the top 5 amount wise. So now let me just click on scenario. Once I click scenario, I can ask any question directly relevant to this. So let me type in, what if supplier files pending invoices next month? So let me just ask, what happens if I file all this I'll let it stay as it is now, then correct it next month. So this is a what if scenario for a small business owner. So let me just type it in. Okay, so it has run. So here you can see the supplier files all GST in the next return period. Likely impact, matched invoice will increase from 228 to 364. Percentage will rise. Total ITC at risk will drop from 9,62,000 to 2,62,000. Critical count will reduce. Cited invoice missing. GST and risk will still require resolution. So the tax implication is uh, the likely recovery on that amount, the projected risk for this month, the monthly finance cost. So again, you can also transcribe and ask this. So here we have ask with voice feature, which uses mini Mistral, which is also a Mistral model. It supports English and Hindi as well as many other European languages. So let me just ask here, what happens if I don't file my ITC returns this month? So it has just transcribed my voice and put it into the chat. So let me press send. So here you can see consecutive, however, based on GST regulation. So the input does not have, as you know, the data we are uploading is tax credit and images pertaining to those tax credits. So it does not include information on non-compliance. So but still the model can answer based on its general knowledge. It can say GST 3 bar, due date 50 per day, interest at 18%, you may lose ability. These are all the risks involved in this invoice. Total 9,62,000 reconcile. So this is a what if scenario for the small business owner who is facing the headache of filing these tax returns. He has a clear implication now on what is the issues and what impacts he may hear. So we also support live voice mode. For live voice mode, we use 11 Labs API. We support English, Tamil, and Hindi. So let me just give a quick demo on all this. Let me just check if voice mode is activated. What is the tax implication if the ITC is not filed on time? So we'll just have to wait a minute.
The provided data does not include details about the tax implication of not filing input tax credit, ITC, on time. The data focuses on GST reconciliation issues such as missing invoices in GSTR2B, rate mismatches, and GST and status risks. For your reference, the total ITC at risk due to critical issues is 9,62,132 rupees and 70 paise, primarily from invoices like GSTINV 0063, 32,185 rupees and 20 paise, GSTINV 00253, 30,193 rupees and 5 paise, and others cited in the data. If these issues are not resolved, the ITC claimed on these invoices may be disallowed by the tax authorities, leading to potential tax liability, interest, and penalties under the CGST-SGST Act. To address the question explicitly, if ITC is not claimed within the prescribed time, e.g. before the due date of filing GSTR3B for September of the following financial year, or the annual return, whichever is earlier, the taxpayer may lose the right to claim such ITC, resulting in a higher tax liability. Interest and penalties may also apply if incorrect ITC is claimed and later reversed. However, this is a general rule and not derived from the provided data.
Now let me ask a different question in Hindi. इस जॉब में कितने ITC रिस्क में है, कितने पैसे रिस्क में है?
इस जॉब में कुल 136 क्रिटिकल इनवॉइस हैं जिनका आईटीसी रिस्क में है। कुल रिस्क में राशि 9,61,132 रुपये और 70 पैसे हैं। क्रिटिकल इनवॉइस के उदाहरण जिनमें सबसे ज्यादा राशि रिस्क में है: 1. जीएसटी इनवीडी नरोसेन से 3 32,185 रुपये और 20 पैसे। जीएसटी इनवे अपदर 30,193 रुपये और 5 पैसे। जीएसटी इनवे दो 37,051 रुपये और 50 पैसे। 4. जीएसटी इन वेदर दो दून्स 25,419 रुपये और 32 पैसे। 5. जीएसटी इन वेजन दोन दो 22,295 रुपये और 24 पैसे।
Now let me ask in Tamil. In the invoice top issues என்னென்ன?
மொத்தம் 400 இன்வாய்ஸஸில் 228 இன்வாய்ஸஸ் மட்டுமே பொருந்தியுள்ளன. மீதமுள்ளவற்றில் கிரிட்டிக்கல் இஷ்யூஸ் 130 வார்னிங் இஷ்யூஸ் 60 உள்ளன. மொத்த ஐடிசி ஆபத்தில் உள்ள தொகை 9,62,152 ரூபாய் மற்றும் 70 பைசா. டாப் கிரிட்டிக்கல் இஷ்யூஸ் விவரம்: 1. GSTR 2Bயில் இல்லாத இன்வாய்சஸ் மிஸ்ஸிங் இன் 2B GST INV Row63 INV 763 ருபீஸ் 2,175 ரூபாய் மற்றும் 20 பைசா. GST INV Rumpedi 3 INV 243 30,193 ரூபாய் மற்றும் 5 பைசா. GST INV 20 INV 22 25,049 ரூபாய் மற்றும் 32 பைசா. GST INV 0035 INV 2025 20,120 ரூபாய் மற்றும் 52 பைசா. GST NV 279 INV 2079 18,104 ரூபாய் மற்றும் 40% பைசா. மேலும் பல இன்வாய்சஸ் உள்ளன. இவற்றுக்கு சப்ளையரை தொடர்பு கொண்டு GSTR இன் தாக்கல் செய்ய அல்லது திருத்தம் செய்ய கேட்க வேண்டும். 2. GST விகிதம் பொருந்தாத இன்வாய்சஸ் ரேட் மிஸ்மேட்ச் GST INV reduced to T9 INV ties to 29 27,051 ரூபாய் மற்றும் 5 பைசா. GST INV reduced to INV 2030 ரூபாய் 22,895 ரூபாய் மற்றும் 24 பைசா. GST INV 236 INV 36 21,838 ரூபாய் மற்றும் 85 பைசா. GST INV 131 INV 131 18,280 ரூபாய் மற்றும் 78 பைசா. இவற்றுக்கு பொருந்தும் GST விகிதத்தை சரிபார்த்து சப்ளையரை திருத்தம் செய்ய கேட்க வேண்டும். 1T சப்ளையர் GSTI நிலை ஆபத்தான இன்வாய்.
So the Copilot supports factual question and answers, plus it also has a sandbox mode specifically designed for what if simulations for the small business owners, which is very useful before filing because teams can impact the financial impact of corrective actions. Voice input makes this practical for non technical operators. The system supports, as I said, English, Hindi, and Tamil interactions for real Indian team workflows. So now let's go into the third section. This I will be uploading few files, so feel free to skip 30 seconds in. So here let me just upload a few files. Let me just upload demo full 3 upload cycles. Let me just upload this CS. Let's do an OCR parsing beforehand, so let's do that as well. Hybrid docs, so let's do let's do okay, let's do these two first, then I'll upload all the docs as well. So we have PDF, JPG, and P added as well. Let me just name this fiscal 26 hybrid. So let's just the reconciliation. So as I said, our pipeline supports hybrid variety of documents, JSON, CSV, PNG, JPG, so that the user just hands over whatever he has, and the chartered accountant and small business owners can just operate with that and figure it out. So it's just working on the files. So it's done. Let's open the results and see. So here you can see total invoices 6 matched 0. So the none of the invoices have matched with the supplier's GST AN number. It is critical and there are no warnings. Total ITC at risk is 1,13,000. So here you can see all the issues: missing in 2B, inactive, there is no inactive, HSN which matches, missing 2B files, suggested action. So now let's go to the intelligence layer. So now let's click on the 1059 workflow. So here you can see this is the GST action workspace. So here you can see the entry. Here you can see the recently done workflow. We have at risk invoices 400, taxable and high risk. So this is the portfolio pulse overview of the latest filings. Here you can see all the jobs and which jobs are at risk and how many invoices are processed. Change since last filing. This is the fiscal quarter risk compared to last filing year. You can see the return readiness. So let me just click on this job and click on this selected job. Here you can see for GSTR 3B sanity there is 0 blocked ITC, 0 expected ITC, and there is no claim ITC mismatches. So there is no data available for this job because there is no risk on this job for GST 3B. Let me go to the fraud and triage section. So here you can see there is no anomalies on this section. Action inbox, you can see the critical risks. Let's go back to the portfolio pulse. Now in this, let's see, we are in the fiscal year hybrid. Now let me just so let's say you are a chartered accountant. You come into work in the morning and you need to just look at what are the top morning risks, brief on what are the top risks that you need to handle today. So let me just play the morning risk brief.
सुबह की रिस्क ब्रीफिंग। ट्रैक की गई इकाइयां 2। कुल आईटीसी रिस्क 10,76,416 रुपये और 79 पैसे। हाई रिस्क इकाइयां 1।
So here you can hear in all three voices, English, Hindi and Tamil, the morning risk brief. Then is the action inbox. Here you can see the role as manager and team. What are the actions that you need to take? the return readiness, portfolio pulse. So here you can see the supplier watch list. Here you can find the GST issues, critical warning, and the suppliers who are at risks. Here you can just click on all jobs and see all the jobs that have been run. So let's say I want to run one more. Let's say I want to run one more job. Let's do. Let's do. Let's do a cycle. The fiscal year. Let's do cycle 1. So let me just upload all 3 files. This is the fiscal year 2021 CSV and cycle. So let me just type in FY 26 cycle 1. So now let me click on reconciliation. It's extracting, it's reasoning, it's doing its job. Now it has completed. So we can just go on to the intelligence layer. Then let's click on 21 cycle and check for the selected job. Here you can see for the fiscal year 26, these are the entities: medium, low, low, low. These are the GSTINs that are at risk. So total we have 61 invoices with an ITC risk of 1,65,000. We can see the return readiness. Here you can see we have multiple return readiness issues, like expected ITC is 21 lakhs, claimed is 23, blocked is 2 lakhs, table mismatch, overclaim. So these are so the GSTR 3B is the sanity check. It basically checks how much GST ITC you have claimed versus how much you can actually claim with the data that you have. So it clearly informs the small business owner or the CA that you are having a circular impact in this, and that you are just rotating the money, and there is a 2,15,000 amount that is higher than what is supposed to be there. And it has so HSN is a correction code in GST. There are multiple codes like HSN 2B HSN, which is, so let's say this is let's you can consider this as a tax code. So this is suggesting we have inputted with the credit for this tax code as 7208, but the model has found that the correct code for this is 4819, and the confidence for this. So it just checks with the supplier filing and GST consistency across the model and the common data sources, and finds out these are the correct HSN codes that should be applied, and there are mismatches in the HSN code, which is actually very valuable to a chartered accountant who has to file all these data. Then we can click on fraud risk triage. Here you can see several warnings with the severity level and amount. Here you can just click on narrate. Let's do an English narration. Here you can just listen what are the issues.
Anomaly triage for job 24 AC7C 69 AC048 F2BA 23A 664563740A4. Total anomalies 39. Duplicate alerts 6. Critical reconciliation risks 25.
Here you can just check the cash flow impact simulator. So if the annual interest rate comes at around this, and what is the blocked ITC monthly cost, the cost for the quarter, the annual cost, what is the capital stress on your business, and the supplier is SLA analytics, again data. So here you can check the action inbox. So let's say your role is as a CA manager. These are the critical activities you need to complete in this fiscal 26 job cycle, and who it is assigned, and what action you must take on this step. Again, we have narration support here. So here then we have history, settings, and about. So as I said, this is a very important project for India. For Indian small businesses, this reduces ITC leakage, filing rework, and compliance uncertainty. For chartered accountants, this reduces manual reconciliation time, improves team coordination with clear action cues, and because it is cloud native, It is usable across all computers and all websites. It is production ready to scale across multiple clients and supports all of India's GST portfolio pipelines. This is GST intelligence magic. Thank you.